the last thing that I want to hit on this is tomorrow, John Swan wakes up and in his email, he's got 57 different strikes, all of them from noted sardine criminal Kevin Lieber. And it's actually me. It's actually me using somebody else's information. But no, you get this influx. It happens to you. What does somebody do? What do they do if it's like with Wang? You know, he was doing whatever he does, and all of a sudden gets this barrage of takedowns, and his Twitter is threatened. What is it? What do you do at this point if it happens to you?
Yeah, what do you do? It's a very good question. First thing, speak to YouTube directly. That's the first thing you do. You try and get someone there to reverse that. So if you're in the partner program, which is, probably, if you're being affected by this, you are probably in the partner program. I don't know why they would, be targeting channels that make no money. That would kind of be counterintuitive. So if you're in the partner program, you've got access to YouTube live chat, YouTube support, all that kind of stuff. They're not terribly useful. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. They're not terribly useful, and you have to go into that thinking that you might have to deal with this yourself. But if it is clearly not real information, they should be able to get someone to reverse that, which would be fantastic. But if they cannot, then it's up to you. Then you've got to appeal. You've got to appeal everything, and it's really difficult. It's not, the appeal process is really bad. But if it is the same lots of takedowns, if you've got 57 and they're all the same, basically, like you own the content, this is not the person that's claiming it, all the content here is protected under fair use. If it's just that, you can just write out one and copy and paste it across the 57. Because a fraudulent takedown, the person that submits a fraudulent notice isn't going to sue you because they don't own the content. So
sure,
it will get removed if you appeal. That goes through, and after 10 to 14 days, it will be removed. But you also have to give them your information, which is not great. If you have a PO box, you can put your PO box in there, which is great. That's fantastic. It doesn't have to be residential address. It can be mailing address. Because if you do, the reason they ask you to provide the information is if they want to pursue legal action against you, they can do that. But they only have to post something to you. They have to post a lawsuit. That's they just have to send you a lawsuit via post. So you can put in a PO box, and that works fine. So if you have a large amount of these and you want to appeal, I very much recommend you go to your post office and you set up a PO box, and that would very much help to protect your information. Then all they get is name, phone number. You can set up like a Google Voice number if you're concerned about your information.
Sure,
set up a Google Voice number, and then it won't get your actual phone number. So you get name, and that'll be not an actual address, not an actual phone number. That is, if you're concerned about your information,
full doxing.
Yeah, if you're concerned about your information, if you're concerned about yourself getting doxed or anything like that, do that. Appeal the 57 strikes, and they'll get removed in 10 to 14 days if you write it out properly. You've got to write out the retraction properly so that YouTube can see that and think, okay, this is an actual retraction, we can pass it on. I actually made a Google Doc on how to appeal claims and strikes. They're the same set of criteria anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I set up a Google Doc. You can probably link that as well about what to do. It's not legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. Don't sue me, please. But it's a good it's a good rundown of kind of what you can do in these sort of situations. And I should probably put in a section in there about how to attack these fraudulent takedowns. But that's what I recommend. And if you do that, they're not going to sue you, obviously. So your content will come back up, and your channel will be taken out of the strongholds of the YouTube bots. So that would be fantastic.
It seems like if that doesn't do the job, if it's still denied wrongly, your only real option is to try to rally the troops on places like Twitter, right?
Yeah. Just try and get in touch. I really think that, in these sort of situations, it's best to, go behind the scenes and try and work it out. Because if that doesn't work, definitely turn to Twitter. I'm a big fan of just like trying to work it out, behind the scenes first, and seeing, if you can solve that. and then hopefully providing an update to everyone after that's been solved. But I don't like to worry people for no reason, and I know that generally these things are, it's not much of an issue, especially if you can just appeal. But I always go, if you can appeal first. If that doesn't work, and if it's denied for whatever reason, then you go to Twitter, rally up as much support as you can. There are many people in the commentary scene specifically that, they really rally behind this sort of thing. And if you can get in touch with them, your case is going to get a lot of attention, and that's going to be great to see. But that's what I always recommend first. Try and appeal. Go behind the scenes first. That doesn't work, go to Twitter, see what you can do.